Morning, it is May 30th, about 7:30. Tensite is picked up, and we are on the move. I think 17 miles or something like that. We're out of Maryland, so it's a full day of hiking, but being Pennsylvania, I assume. There's the bear hang. I ended up tying mine to a tree when I went to go watch the sunset because I have the Optec Ursac, and that's what you do with it, so I never put it there. I don't know, the hooks looks kind of shallow to me. I'm pretty sure a bear can probably yank it or shake it enough to knock them things down, but I don't know. My food's fine. Off we go. Alrighty, back on trail. See what kind of adventure today brings. Kind of not what I was thinking this place would be. I thought, because I saw a lot of day hikers, that it would be like this sprawling greenway with facilities and tent sites, parking lot probably, because where are the day hikers parking at? But man, I tell you what, being up in the woods, this is a noisy place to camp. That's all you heard was the road all night. So, fortunately though, I was able to do my video editing right from the rocks overlooking that view. And it took a little bit to upload, but around, I think probably 1 a.m., it uploaded to YouTube. So I was able to then put everything onto my thumb drive and back it up and then send everything to trash and get it off my phone. So got a clean slate today. We'll get lucky, see a bear. It's a nice morning view. Hustle and bustle. I'm assuming this is Pennsylvania. I could be wrong. It's got a Pennsylvania-esque Black Rock Cliff. There's a couple sitting on the cliff right below me, so I won't get them in the picture. There you go. Good start to the morning. Those old buildings right down there. Like big long brick buildings. Probably some significant historical thing. This whole place is teeming with history. So, don't watch her step. They don't make these rocks for short people, that's for sure. Alrighty. And we'll get back on trail. Pogo campsite memory of Pogo Reinheimer, 1958-1974. I wasn't that old. So there are some camping sites past the Annapolis Rocks, and I remember there was a hiker that told me that. But where I stayed was okay. I mean, other than it looked like total destruction of the forest. That could have been worse. I was right next to the spring and got to go see the sunset. Now, of course, this could be a spring too. Well, that sign right there says spring 300 feet. There's water popping out from somewhere. There's no creek there, so I guess the water sources are okay. Now that's a spring 300 feet. I'm not sure if it's up that way, but I am not going that way. Really don't know where I'm going today. I'm just going. Look at that. And out the mountain. Don't get any further than that. But yeah, I'm just impressed with all the water sources. It's been at least, what, 5 or 6 since I left camp. All day long there was nothing. Except, I think it might have been faucets at that old park I went to. But I didn't eat anything, so I didn't check it. But it's weird like that. You have this whole dry section, all of a sudden you get water everywhere. Right when you don't need it. First thing in the morning. But it's all good. Hope this is a trail. I haven't seen a blaze. I may have to check my app. Well, as much as I like backtracking, having to climb back uphill, we need to do so. Glad I checked. That'd have been a major disappointment. Gotta go back, looks like take a right. Wasn't really, I don't know, as far as I could see, clearly marked that I needed to turn, but I'll double check. Well, there's a sign. It almost kind of looks like the arrow's pointing that way. But no. So that was a spring down there. That's the Thurston Ridge Trail. So I don't see any double blazes telling me I need to turn. Well done. Well done. Ay, ay, ay. I didn't realize I was in Roxylvania already. It's amazing how the terrain changes. This will definitely slow me down from getting to the border. Everything's an ankle breaker. That is the Ensign Cowell shelter. There's tenting pads back there. I just crossed the road. So there's a spring, camping pads, and a shelter right there. Not too far off the road, so I will not be partaking of them because I have miles to go before I sleep. But they're there for your enjoyment. Tiny little shelter. Looks well made. Look at this, people. Where do you think those rocks came from? Right up here. Some a-hole or a-holes, too afraid of a little snake, came up and bashed it to death for no good reason. Get a good thrill. Meanwhile, these idiots just call themselves nature lovers, and God forbid you drop a piece of trash on Earth Day, they'll have a fit. But they went and done that. Looked like a baby copperhead. I'm not familiar with my snakes, but that's my guess. But nonetheless, snake's probably doing not a damn thing. Hope I run into him. Maybe I'll give him a beating with my cane poles here. Well, you can see there's deer there, but I know as soon as I move, it's going to take off, so. There you go. There you go. Thank you for your cooperation. Cool. Alrighty, well, on a good note, you saw this little deer there. It stayed well enough to get me some pictures. So, what I did is I had enough service here, and all snakes in Maryland are protected. So I went onto Division of Forestry and left a voicemail with the location of where the snake is, and if I'm able to run into the people, I'm going to see if I can get a video of it, and I will forward it to the proper authorities. So, didn't know what else to do. Nobody answered. I mean, it's the holiday weekend, and there's nothing you can do for the snake, but I just reported it, so chance of catching the culprit's probably slim to none, but you never know. If it's like punk kids like to brag, so we'll see. Oh man, we are out in the field. Might be umbrella time. So I just passed a couple, guy and a girl, but they were heading the opposite direction, so they weren't coming from that. I just asked them if there's anybody ahead of me, and they said there's some through hikers, so says you're not alone. I'm assuming I'm still in Maryland. I don't know. Yeah. There's a guy I met at the hiker feed, and he was saying that chance of doing 30 mile or could be in Pennsylvania because of stuff like this. But this is kind of nice because I've been feeling a little lethargic. Need to get some more meat in these bones. Something. We'll definitely do some eating when the wife comes visiting. See what's around. Or we're gonna go to the store and just cook at the cabin, which would be nice too. Got a hankering for spaghetti and meatballs and a nice salad. I don't know why, but I guess because I'm used to having that. So we'll trudge through this field. Looks like we'll get back in the woods shortly. There's a deer out there. You can barely see the top of its head. Well, we know the critters are out here today. I just turned the corner to go back in the woods and it was a groundhog. And he was scurrying to beat feet. And I could not get him on camera. So, you know, with this warmer temperature, I gotta be on my guard. Because at any point, there could be copperheads and or rattlesnakes. And chance of seeing the rattlesnakes in Pennsylvania and Roxylvania is going to be very good. So, you know, which would be cool to get on video. But boy, it's nice and shady here. That's the good thing about the green tunnel. Bad part is you don't get the views, if there's views. But as far as keeping the sun off you, oh, it's nice. And for some weird reason, it's like the terrain got back to that jungle feel from like days ago. Thought we were out of that, but apparently not. So, day's getting interesting. Just talked to a southbound local hiker, former Marine, but you know, he had a Marine shirt, so once Marine, always Marine. And he informed me that he had a encounter with a hiker known as Ice. And if you're not familiar with this guy, it was reported early on that he may have attempted to or sexually assaulted a couple women. From what I understand, he didn't physically do anything, but I don't know what the whole story is with no charges or pressed, but he's supposed to be a thru hiker. He should be long gone by now up north, and he's somewhere in this vicinity. So, the hiker told me he did report it to the local authorities just as an FYI. I mean, you know, you are innocent until proven guilty in this country, so I don't know exactly what the deal is, but earned a reputation. And last I knew, he got a butt whooping by some vigilante justice out here. So, not sure what his deal is or why he would still be out here. And if he's still out here, why is he so far south? He should be well north. So, not worried about myself, but I will keep an eye out just as a precaution. Apparently I missed my calling as a fish and game officer. I did want to be a park ranger when I was younger. I wish I had gotten the encouragement to go to college and do that. Just coming across like a power line-ish area. And there's, I'd say, must be the grandmother. Two young girls and a really young girl. And I see one of them got something in their hands. And I'm like, that can't be a chipmunk. How the heck do you catch a chipmunk? And it's a tortoise. You know, what they're doing is they're going to go bring it to the water. So I had just let them know that tortoises and turtles are different things. And some of them don't swim. Like the, I think it's the gopher tortoise in Florida, I've known people that, drop it in the water thinking they're saving it and end up killing it because it ain't gonna swim. They all look like turtles, but they're not. So I didn't want to butt it too much, but I did advise them that it could be potentially one of those critters that doesn't swim. So they want nothing to do with hurting it. They thought because it was out in a dry, dusty area that was well out of its home, which probably wasn't. And so now the turtle's gonna be pissed. Tortoise is gonna be pissed and have to crawl back to its dry and dusty den. So they're not going to put it in the water. They're going to put it near the water. So, kudos to them. I know they don't want to hurt it. They're really nice about it. And they said, thank you for the information. I said, just, want you to make sure, because I know you don't want to kill it. So you're trying to help it. But by helping it, you could be killing it. So that's it. My little duty there. They're not like deliberately trying to hurt the thing. They're trying to save it. So, but it's always best just to leave it alone. It doesn't need your help. It's out in the woods. But they're all good about it, and they thank me for giving them a little information. And I took a picture because it's really cool tortoise, and I'm going to look it up later, do some more research on it. So cool, just helping the animals today. It's what I do. I'm like the Dr. Doolittle of the Appalachian Trail. If I can only talk to the animals. Now, that's interesting little wall. There might be remnants there. That thing is super wide. So somewhere along the line, somebody was out here building something that could be an old, who knows, fortification from the war. There's a lot of work to fortify it, but speaking of fortifications, I gotta get over this monstrosity. And we continue onward. I have no idea where I'm going today. I'm just still in Maryland, so by the end of the day, I have to get a shelter if I'm still in Maryland. We shall see. Hello there. Tall, black, and handsome. No doubt enjoying the warmth, but not quite in the sun. I'm gonna make my way around it. Okay. What's going on out here today? You might be safer in the woods, buddy. Check it out. Climbing a tree. That's so cool. That's gonna scare the crap out of somebody, though. Harmless. It's cool, though. This sucker's going. Oh. All right, people, check this out. I'm actually getting interviewed by a camera crew. So it's just getting crazy today. Very interesting. I'll explain more later. OMG, that was freaking hilarious. I just got interviewed for a documentary. These guys, the guy interviewed me from Istanbul, and they're doing these documentaries on all these trail systems around, and they were doing it on the AT. So I'm like, hey, can you be interviewed? I'm like, sure. So I've been there for about a half hour, you know, all the posing and all the funny stuff to go with it. And then I had a Nobo hiker. He's like, hey, what's happening, Paquin? You're a celebrity? I'm like, nope, not that I know of. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm not crossing with that rope, so we're gonna go that way. So here you go. I said I had to sign a release. I said send me an email about this, regardless of whether I make it off the cutting room floor. I want to watch the series. It's gonna be a series, so that's right, people. Popeye could be a movie star. You're welcome. All right, that way, I think. It shows a turning. I can't tell. That's a white blaze over here, but all right. I'll go this way. And I'll check my app again, make sure I'm heading in the right direction. That looks like a white blaze to me. There's rock formation. Little cave area. We can go do some spelunking. Very impressive. Look at where it's separating over there. Probably some decent views, but well, you can't really see this town from there. But just the massiveness of all these rocks. It's after 1. Where is this day gone? It's gonna be unless I put it in high gear, it's gonna be a low mile day. That's funny though. Interviewed by camera crew for documentaries on trails. And we'll see if the Popeye name gets me an Academy Award. Stay tuned. Been an interesting day to say the least, so. Taking a break about 2 o'clock. I have 4 miles to a shelter, or 7 miles to the next, so. 4 miles will put me at about 15 mile a day. Not my usual 20, but it's just been a weird day today. Weird. Part good, part bad, but just weird. That's funny. So, just having a clip bar and some water, and I'll be back on trail. Beautiful. What a great day. It's just amazing. Just an odd, amazing day. You know what could be better? Ice cream cookies. I wonder if I'll find one on trail today. Wow. Rocks everywhere. Rocks everywhere. When they say Pennsylvania's bad, okay. What is this then? Side jaunt. Check that out. Old foundation. A lot of bricks. Pretty good shape too. I'm impressed. Pretty straight. Must have been someone's camp. Not much of a wall in the front, so I'm just curious what that is. So it says in 1.3 mile is the shelter. I didn't realize there were railroad tracks down there. The train went by. And a half mile to Penmar Park. I'm assuming that means Pennsylvania, Maryland. Does that mean I've hit the Pennsylvania border? And I'm no longer restricted where I'm camping, because that'd be really nice. So we'll have to see in half a mile. Alright, we'll come out to something like a pavilion of some sort. Doesn't give me the appearance of being a store. So it's a playground. Cooking area. I don't see anything that looks like vending machines, which would really suck. And just keep out there, so that's a welcoming sign, so I'm pretty sure they're not gonna have any vending machines. There's usually no vending machines, so I'm walking back down. There's a Latino family, and I see these two ladies, they're like motioning me. I'm like pointing to my chest, me? So I walk over there, I'm like, you pointing to me? Oh, no, my little brother. I'm like, damn it. He's gonna have some nice, sweet Mexican food. Do you understand I'm a hiker? I was talking to a caretaker here. Yeah, they don't have vending machines. They were vandalized and all this crap. Yay. And check out how off this sign is. That sign is not accurate. So, but if I go that way, I'm coming to the Mason-Dixon line, and I will be in Pennsylvania, which means all these camping restrictions hopefully be over, and there's a town not too far, I guess I can go into if I want. We'll see how I feel, because I'm heading toward the shelter area. There's some deer right there. Check that out. See him? Rainier Trail. Alright, well, I'm going that way, so there are 4 deer up there. And the railroad tracks down the left, so they don't need much room to roam, but I'm thinking they're up there somewhere, because, yeah, they're right there. Alright, so I'm walking the gravel road, heading toward the shelter area, which is 8/10 of a mile. I'm assuming it's past where I need to go as far as like stealth camping. So that'd be a good thing. We'll see what the woods have when we pass that marking. Man, I wish there was a store right there. Come on, people, step it up. Definitely no store that way. Trail is this way. Check this out, people. Mason-Dixon line. Okay, I want to show you what happens here. So, the Mason-Dixon line. Okay, on this side, Appalachian Trail. Now I crossed over. On this side, Appalachian Trail. Appalachian Trail. Appalachian Trail. We got that right? Alright, back in the woods. Just chatting with a section hiker. She was coming up the road, so I waited. purposefully for her to come up so I could pick her brain, because I'm like, is she coming from a hostel? Is she coming from somewhere with his food? No, that's where her Uber driver dropped her off. Her car was up where I was, but he didn't want to park in the parking lot. And I should have, she said she was hiking with people, but I didn't see anybody, but I should have, you know, of course it's too late now. I should have offered to, if she were to take me somewhere to get some food and then back to the trail, I'd pay for her dinner just so I can get somewhere and get something to eat. But I was a little slow on the trigger for that one, because you never know. You know, it's a good way to make a new friend and fill your belly. So she didn't offer any transportation services, which I don't blame her. You know, you just meet me out of the woods. But I did tell her my YouTube channel. So I have another subscriber. I'll get sponsored, man. I'll get some sponsors out there that'll drive food to me. I won't let it go to my head, just my belly. Look at this. I haven't been in Pennsylvania 5 minutes and there's already a plethora of places to pitch a tent. I think the trail goes this way. I don't want to trip. I saw a turn, but I don't see trail markers. So. Okay. Yeah, if I find a place on the river, I'm definitely gonna tent her up. Let's find which way the trail goes. Apparently it doesn't go this way. It looked like it was a turn left. Door moment right there. I'm just going up. What to do, what to do. So, I called it a day about 4:45 along this river. Just soaked my feet, washed them, rinsed out my shirt. Get some of the smell like ammonia off it. Got some water. Got my foods and heating up in the tent for a little bit now. So, I'm heading back to the confines of my tent. Nobody else is here at the moment, which is good. I'm kind of off in the back here on the flattest spot I could find, even though that one's pretty good too. So, in the process of editing today's video, so that's pretty much what I want to do. I don't think I have cell service here to chat with my wife, so I'll just have to let her know via my Garmin InReach Mini that we can't chat tonight. We'll see, fingers crossed.
That's all, folks.